Stuart Scott.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You gonna rock out the whole thing, or
Oh, I Classic.
do not adjust your computer.
That's right.
That is not Patrick Anderson. Guess who? Introduce yourself.
Currently, meet me in Temecula, formerly Killing Without Question, and reigning champion, White Horse Graffiti. Mitchell Cove's in the house tonight.
Mm-hmm. Hello, ladies. Patrick Anderson is out on sleep leave. We were up till about 4 in the morning watching Japanese wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's
Wow.
out for the night. So Michael Covey will be joining us this week. It'll just be us two here to take you on this wild fantasy ride.
It's going to be a little crazy. Pat was born on St. Patty's Day, and his name is Pat for all who don't know. So that's just a little trivia, a little trinket.
Ooh, trinkets.
That's
I like
right.
trinkets.
Yes, you do.
I like them. All right, guys. So what do you want to talk about first?
What do we got? Anything go down this week as far as trades or any big deals?
The PAL trade was consummated.
Right.
I don't know if you guys remember. Watch the videos. Come on, hook me up.
Do you want pal? Oh.
Oh!
Did we just witness a trade?
Oh, shit. Oh,
Damn,
goodness.
it's live
Hey,
shit.
that's actually not a bad deal.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Oh! We went down. B-Sod Armand, Rudy for Pal. Let's hear what you think about it. 'Cause you weren't here when it went down.
No, but I did see it. There was a handshake. It was on camera. It was kind of needs, you know. I think I understood what both guys were doing, and it was kind of fun to see a real live trade go down.
Yeah. Who do you think got the best end?
You know, Powell's minutes will probably be limited going forward. Thibs plays a tough system. There's a rotation of big men in Chicago. But we don't know what the hell Sacramento's doing right now. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think Visal might end up winning that trade in the long term.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
You know, I actually like the trade for Armand a little bit better, only because Powell is a big man that has such a wide skill set. You know, I do worry about the rotation thing because, like, as they get closer to the playoffs, will Powell sit more?
Right.
But Rudy doesn't really do more than Powell does. I mean, Rudy will get you points and rebounds. But
Right.
A couple more points than Powell. But Powell blocks shots. Rudy doesn't really do that. Powell probably gets more assists than Rudy, but it's probably close.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, in this league, it's important to like the guys you have. And so
Yes.
sometimes you make trades and you don't get equal value, but you get somebody you like more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what both guys kind of did with that one. So,
I mean, Gasol's probably going to be a starting all-star in the East, and his brother starting in the West. So
he should be a starter.
I just don't see any further up Powell could go right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay.
That's exciting. I think it was fun.
What about the Alex Len for Chris Kaman trade?
Oh God, fascinating.
Huge!
I mean, just a game changer right from the
Huge.
beginning.
Wow. When that went down, I had to take a drive down PCH and really contemplate life because I cannot believe a trade that big went down without my knowledge. I didn't hear chatter about this huge deal.
And I don't
That
think
was
we
being
will
worked.
ever hear chatter about it again. We're wasting too much time.
Okay. I guess we'll move. I mean, hey, okay, Len upside. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Len upside, but Kaman, how many minutes is he going to play? Kaman's 147 years old.
He's producing now, which is kind of crazy.
In 20 minutes, right?
Yeah,
That's about
he's-
20 minutes a game. That's
Probably-
about
probably
all you
about
can get
that.
out of him. Yeah.
He's in the right system in Portland. I mean, I don't know. They're both solid players, you know, big white guys. I mean,
Also, Pat moved up. James gave him his 5th round, and he gets Pat's 7th round.
oh, very cool.
So-
So long-term consequences.
Yeah, actually, I think James got the better end this season because of the upside.
Right.
But I think Pat next season will like that 5th round pick because in the 5th round is where you get guys that are kind of proven veterans. And the 7th round, you kind of draft on upside. So it remains to be seen. I mean, James is, I think, trying to build a team to strengthen himself. He's already in first. He wants to keep that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to worry about next season until next season. Whereas Pat's like, hey, well, next season I want to have a little extra. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
all right, let's talk about the matchups, Mike. We will start off. We'll start off with the Fuego Bros and that auto draft dough. Let's talk about Alex. The Fuego Bros. How's he feeling after getting shitted on last week?
Well, probably not very well, but hell, I tell you, if that guy feels good about anything in his life right now, good for him.
So who do you think performed well for him this week?
Let's take a look at that one.
Looks like Monta is still doing really well with Rondo. His assists are dropping.
Yeah.
Monta's assists. He doesn't really have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's not taking quite as many threes with Rondo around. I noticed. So yeah, he kind of had an off week. Wesley, I mean, all his points basically came off threes. Only shooting at a 41% clip. So Corey Joseph's kind of been the story for him. He's been keeping him going.
Yeah, and he's been trying to trade him too. I'm sure that a couple people have got some offers touting Corey Joseph as like
Alex?
the next Tony Parker.
Alex sending trade offers? Every time he shows me his phone, it's like maxed out on
Yeah.
trade offers. They're like, you cannot offer any more
Yeah.
trades.
Yeah.
Even the phone's pissed. The phone's like, leave me the fuck alone. Stop using me to offer trades, nigga. Shit.
Jeez, looked like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist came up a little bit this week.
Yeah, he did. Without
Wow.
Big Al's out.
Yeah.
He's out for 4 weeks. So, also Tyler Zeller, his homie, didn't do jack shit, but he
Yeah.
shot 73%. And in Alex's words, he is so efficient. So efficient. I love him. So efficient.
Yeah.
Who else played well?
Steph Curry with only 45 points. Just, I mean, he had 8 threes and stuff like that, but I assume that that's low for his regular value.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Wow.
Yeah.
One of those, or 2 of those games was a blowout, though. Big time blowout.
Okay.
They beat Philly by like 40, so I mean,
Okay.
there was not a lot of minutes, I'm sure,
Yeah.
played there. Probably Livingston played a lot, and Leandrino Barbosa. All night.
Oh, all night.
All night long.
All night.
All night.
How about that coming over?
Fareed is still playing really well. Gobert, man. You see his line the other day? Double-double, like 5 blocks or something?
It's nice.
He started in place of Cantor. Cantor got hurt.
Yeah.
So, Gobert, nice little guy to hold on to.
Like that guy a lot.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin had a great game against Memphis, which I didn't think he would have. I thought Conley would lock him up, but
I think he came back down to earth tonight. I think it was like 2 for 6, 10 points. Just really didn't have a feel for the ball, a real nose for the ball out there tonight.
yeah.
But
Alex, I mean, he's got to be happy with the 5-5.
yeah.
He won assist by 1 assist. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
1 assist. So I mean, he easily could have lost 6-4 if
Yeah.
Lin didn't get 2 more assists.
And
So
serviceable points all the way around, and I think it was good. Yeah.
yeah, as far as that auto draft though, I mean, Jimmy Butler missed a game, but still had 61 points.
Damn.
Open another beer, ladies. So David, I mean that hurt him. I think Jimmy Butler would have played the rest of the games. I mean, not missing time.
Yeah, when Melo's putting up 19 points, like.
Yeah, Melo's about to shut down. He only played once this week. I
Yeah.
think he's done.
Yeah,
New
maybe
York
for the season, from what I'm hearing.
New York sucks, and Melo's like, well, I got my payday. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't care. I didn't sign up to win here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't know. David might have made some moves. Carmelo's probably going to be done. I don't know what he's going to do.
Can I get that bottle?
Yes, sir. Cracking up another beer. Dwayne Wade, look at that numbers. 85. Oh, yeah, Depot not far behind. 76.4.
Oh, he's finally coming up a little bit.
Yeah, and they started Elfrid Payton, and I think that's helping him a lot because it's taking him off the ball.
Nice.
Oladipo's not a point guard. Let's
Yeah.
be real. He's an undersized 2 guard. So
Did Pat Beverly hit 10 3-pointers this week?
yeah,
Damn.
he still hasn't combed his hair.
Who makes you throw it up? Crazy guy.
So, Taj, I thought he'd do more. He's kind of, I guess he's still trying to work his way back from the ankle injury.
Mm-hmm.
Channing Frye recently got benched for Kyle O'Quinn. Don't know why that
Jesus
happened.
Christ.
If you can't beat Kyle O'Quinn into the starting lineup, something's seriously up.
Yeah.
I mean, what does Kyle O'Quinn do besides push people? Like,
He's a big body. I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That guy has no skill set. I do like PJ Tucker. He just recently usurped Marcus Morris in the starting lineup for Phoenix. So
Damn.
that could be a little sleeper pickup for him. But yeah, like I said, he's still got Melo, and that's
PJ Tucker is tough as fuck.
yeah.
It is crazy.
PJ drove his DUI. I think he measured like a .8. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really high. That's a lot of alcohol in your system.
And for all you Laker fans out there, when you're watching the game, at the end of the game, win or lose, Kobe and PJ are embracing it midcourt every single time.
Kobe respects the
Yeah.
guys that really bring it. And
Yeah.
PJ is one of those motherfuckers. That guy's tough as
He will
balls.
stab you.
Yeah, probably, and then drink your blood from the stab wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I like it.
that auto draft though, he checked his lineups I think for most of the week, so it was a competitive matchup.
Nice.
Could have went either way. Looking more of the stats, steals was pretty close. Turnovers was pretty close. Assist to turnover ratio was close, but
Yeah.
I think Alex must have had a guy turn the ball over today a lot more because that was kind of going back and forth every time I checked last week.
Jeremy probably had a couple turnovers. But
Yeah, go figure, right?
Yeah.
Fuck Jeremy Lin. So yeah, nice little draw.
Yeah,
if you would say.
5-5.
Alex kind of had an off week, 27 threes for a team headed by Steph Curry. You expect more, and Wesley Matthews.
Yeah.
You expect to get at least 40. So let's talk about, excuse me, the Harry Mamba and Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. Who
I
is that man?
don't think anybody knows because Giancarlo last week said, I'm going to guess 5 words.
Fascinating guy, though. Those 5 words really.
You know, I
took
kind of
over
thought
the-
it was funny though because I don't know, it was just like a weird thing where like he was involved in the conversation, but then he would just say one word, so it made it really funny because like threw the rhythm off of everything.
You know, I played him twice this year, and I think I lost to him both times, or like I lost once and won once, and he's a tough competitor.
He beat me 7-4. His
Yeah.
team's good. And
Yeah.
He lost this week 7-3, but let's keep in mind he has Queen James. Sorry, it's still Queen James to me.
Always.
Just kidding. I like LeBron. But yeah, he's out this week. So, I mean, he barely lost in rebounds by 2. Harrison snuck that one out. That hurts. Everything else was close last time I checked, but I think Harrison just today just pulled away.
Mm-hmm.
So, who played well for Harrison, the Harry Mamba? Shout out to my boy Harrison, HV.
That's right.
Evan Turner had a monster game that one game. I think he had
Oh,
29
yeah.
points. I want to say like 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Like Evan Turner went off. He was like for one game the guy that everybody thought he could be.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ed Davis.
yeah. Eddie.
Before the season started, before literally the first game of the season, before Randall went down with an injury, I had a bet with Fuego Bros, and I said Ed Davis will produce more than Randall this season. Now, I did not mean for that to happen, but Ed Davis is performing at a great level.
What's the bet? What do you
I think it was like, I'm better than you, and let's end it at that. So.
get? Oh, we already knew that. Fuck you, Alex. Let's see who else performed well. I mean, Blake Griffin, the mulatto assassin, as I call him. Not a lot of points, but look at the assist numbers for Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin led his team in assists.
Damn.
Over Kyle Lowry. You
Damn.
explain that to me, because I don't know how the fuck that happens. I bet half of them were alley-oops to your man, DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Valanciunas actually had a good game today. I looked. I think he had like 19 and 10. Just, nothing jumps out at you at Harrison's numbers this week. He kind of had an off week by his standards.
Good team.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's in second place, and he's playing Goldstein's Girls next week. So
Oh, nice.
we shall see. Other guys he has Jamal Crawford. We all know what Jamal will give you.
Scorer.
It's the same thing Gerald Green gives me. There's a lot of other guys similar. Jamal's probably the best at what he does, which is come off the bench and shoot 30-foot rainbow threes with a hand in his face.
And we haven't even mentioned Kyle Lowry.
No, and Kyle Lowry, the little bulldog,
Yeah.
just a monster
Yeah.
for fantasy. And we'll see how Lowry's value holds up. What do you think his value is going to look like when DeMar comes back next week?
I think he's going to hold it. I think that guy is tough as a fucking nail, you know.
Mhm.
And DeMar, I think, plays second fiddle to Lowry, and anybody on Lowry's team plays second fiddle to Lowry.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I really wanted him for the Lakers. I
Yeah.
thought we are going to get him
Yeah.
sneakily. I thought Kobe, that's the kind of guy that Kobe likes.
Yep.
Thought we'd sneak and grab him. Instead, we got Jeremy Lin, which is a fair trade-off.
We're not paying very much, though, so.
Yeah. Jeremy Lin. Who else performed for him? Of course, Vukovic. I mean, Vukovic. What can you say about Vukovic?
Yeah.
Hi, do you like Vukovic?
Yeah, Harrison fucking took all my, like, sleeper draft picks, you know. Like
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
Or no, Harrison's brother took them all.
Yeah.
But
Harrison was still
in Vegas.
recovering from Vegas.
Yeah.
And the numerous things he probably took in Vegas.
Oh my God, why did I drink so much and smoke so much?
Yeah.
I won't tell.
Vucic's great. I mean, Valanciunas, been a big fan of, especially since, you know, he cut his hair last year. I think it was great.
Yeah, thank God. That was a monstrosity on top of his dome. Otherwise, yeah, he didn't really have a lot of guys perform besides the guys we already mentioned. Aflalo's starting to come around. He shot over 50% for the week, 50 points, so that's got to be helpful. Rasul Butler had 6 threes and not much else, but I mean, for a waiver wire guy, 6 threes isn't bad for the week. We'll take him, right?
Old man basketball.
Yeah.
That fool is overperforming.
Yeah. Hopefully he stays that way for Harrison's sake, but not when he plays me. Let's see. John Carlo, man, Brandon Jennings. Wow. I tried to snake Brandon Jennings from him. He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I think I offered, I offered Hibbert and Gerald Green.
That's a starting point.
I figured, hey, we'll give it a shot. He wasn't going for it.
Yeah.
Smart man. He's got Darren Collison as well. Talk about Darren. Like, did you expect him to play this well?
No, and nobody ever has.
And
I mean, that's why he went to Sacramento.
the thing is, like, he had 2 starting gigs in other places
Yeah.
before he came to the Clippers. He was a starter in Dallas, starter in Indiana.
Yeah.
So I thought, I mean, once he got starting gig again, it'd be the same thing. But maybe that dickhead Chris Paul taught him some stuff, and I mean, but he already had Chris Paul under Chris Paul's wing in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So
it might have just been something to do with destiny. Some guys are not supposed to start. I mean, we see that time and time again with a lot of different players.
Yeah.
So maybe it takes the pressure off, and D. Collinson could just do what he's supposed to do like a Bruin. So I don't know.
yeah, but it's just weird to see him like take the reins in Sacramento, and he led him to some success earlier in the season, but then Boogie went down, and that was kind of it for Sacramento. But as far as who else is performing well, Avery Bradley is a guy to keep an eye on now that Rondo's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to start doing really, really well with Rondo out of the picture. He's going to be on the ball a lot more. He's still got Goran, and Goran had a pretty good week, but it's just a little scary to have Goran Dragic with 2 other guards on that team.
Yeah.
So.
And Marc Gasol is just being classic MVP caliber conversation right now.
Is he going to be the MVP when it's all said and done? Is that a possibility?
I think it's absolutely a possibility. If he puts up like a great record, has some great defense to go along with the Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah.
He's like 15 pounds thinner. He looks tough as he's just great. So.
Does he get your vote?
Right now, I think he does not get my number 1 vote, but he's in the conversation.
Who's your guy right now?
I think right now we have to talk about Harden and we have to talk about Curry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, God, it pains me to say this. I think Harden is the MVP
I
right
know!
now.
It's crazy!
Oh, God.
When you try on defense this much.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Harden's done all this without Dwight for most of the season. And then you look at who Curry has around him, I think that hurts his case.
Yeah.
I mean, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are probably going to be all-stars. Can you really give a guy an MVP when he has 2 other all-stars on his team? You can't convince me that Houston has 2 other all-stars.
Not right now.
Ariza was.
Yeah.
First 2 weeks, and then he became Ariza again. Yeah. Dwight,
He'll be voted. I mean, it's happening.
It's a popularity contest.
It's happening.
Chinamen love Dwight.
And they love Houston.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yao Ming.
Yeah. Fucking Yao. John also had, in addition to LeBron being out, he had Amari out. So, I mean, he's not healthy. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Shitty.
Rodney Hood actually went out, who he picked up, the rookie. Yeah, who else? He picked up Joel Freeland. He picked up Spates, who I didn't know he had picked up. I went to go pick him up, and nope, John Carlos scooped him up.
Guy's scoring right now.
Yeah.
I can make some buckets.
Yeah, Mo Buckets. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he took a loss, but, I mean, what are you going to do when your best player is out and another guy's out, too? So, a guy who's been a surprise, Amari Stoudemire.
Par for the course.
Yeah, Amari. We all knew Amari would break down. Apparently, he didn't have enough red wine to rejuvenate his body. Goldstein's Girls and Obama's Nutsack, which is a.k.a. Vsauce team, who is the #1 resident Alex Hader. He has surpassed Goldstein's Girls as #1 Alex Hader, too.
Guess we're going to have to change rivalry week next year.
Yeah. They got to be rivals, even though they've never met. Goldstein's Girls, who performed? Well, let's have a look at the guy we just talked about.
Holy shit.
James Harden, good God. 15 threes, 108 points. I mean...
Do not adjust your television sets.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
6 steals.
Yeah. For
6
James.
steals.
That means James is moving his feet on defense. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
James Harden. He also picked up Nurkic. Am I saying that right? Nurkic from
I think
Denver?
So. Yeah.
He's pretty good, right?
Yeah, no, he's not bad. He just hasn't had any, runs, so no one really knows.
It's a good speculative ad, I think.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Patty Mills came back. Man, I slept on the Patty Mills.
Fuck.
Was it just me, or wasn't Patty Mills scheduled to come back in February?
I think he was scheduled for a later return date, but Popovich, just playing with people and moving chess pieces around, just decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to let Tony sit out maybe a little longer. I don't know.
Damn it. Yeah, but also played well. Jeff Teague has been. I think Jeff Teague watched my video and was like, "Hey, I will show that chubby bastard. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna light this motherfucker up." And he's been playing well ever since. Made Dennis Schroeder just completely invaluable or not valuable. I don't know. Whatever.
And Schroeder's hair not valuable either anymore.
What the fuck is that with Schroeder's hair?
I love that hair.
Oh, you love it. Oh.
Yeah, I love it.
Excuse me. Who else has been playing well? Noah's starting to come around. He's putting up decent numbers.
Yep.
Not the Noah numbers we're
Right.
used to. Is he slowing down?
I think it's a different dynamic in that locker room and on the court. You know what I mean?
It's not. Is it a product of him not having the ball at the high post? Remember how he always does that pinch post?
Yeah, I think it's a product of having Pow in the locker room.
I kind of like get the feeling. I watched him play the other day. I kind of get the feeling he's saving himself for the playoffs.
Well, that'd be a smarter move.
Yeah. I just feel like he's not going balls out. He kind of looks like he's going like maybe 80% of what he can go.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was watching Chicago against Sacktown, and DeMarcus Cousins was making Noah his bitch on every
DeMarcus,
occasion. So,
Blackout Boys.
Yeah.
People sleep on the Blackout Boys. That was a good pick.
but people don't sleep with the Blackout Boys.
That's not what I heard.
Oh.
Him and Alex have gotten pretty close, you know. Joe Johnson still producing for James. Who else? Mo Will had a good game. I mean, his value is probably not going to go anywhere once Ricky comes back,
Yeah.
which I think is going to be in a couple weeks. Tristan Thompson.
51 rebounds.
Yeah. 51 rebounds. So, Tristan Thompson, ever since Verjao went out, stepped up big time. Cleveland's not playing well, but Tristan's producing. This is all about fantasy, so... Evan Fournier shooting 30%, not handling the demotion to the bench too well. Who else? James will give me shit if I don't mention other people that play well. I think that's it. Oh, Bradley Beal, dear God.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, 11 threes, 79 points. One of those games is a 33-point game. Yeah, Bradley was one I
He's
wanted.
good.
Yeah,
He's good.
he is that guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at Obama's nutsack. Antetokounmpo,
Winner.
chicken dinner, right? Yeah. How good is that guy going to be in a couple of years?
Oh my God, the guy's like a walking triple double with an extra limb. I don't understand.
Is it just me or does his body type kind of look LeBron-ish? Not quite as filled out, but just
Sure.
the big shoulders, the athleticism.
Yeah.
Like you think about LeBron when he was a rookie, he was like that size.
Yeah. I want to see him and Anthony Davis get with a personal trainer that puts on like 30 pounds for both of them.
Oh.
Change your diet, gentlemen.
Yeah, eat some steak, protein it up, bro. He's got John Wall. John Wall is John Wall. Didn't have a great week by John Wall standards, but I mean he's still John Wall.
Yeah.
What was that, Nancy?
Oh, the Dougie.
Fucking John
Always
Wall.
dancing.
Yeah, always doing this bullshit. Eric Bledsoe, man.
Uh-huh.
Bledsoe is starting to come around. Don't adjust your television sets. Eric Bledsoe is here to play. As long as that knee holds up, man. He's got a scary little guard set. You look, he's got Deron Williams, whatever. But that's his, like, fourth best guard now, to me.
My bad. What happened to Rudy Gay this week?
I don't know. I think he only got him for one game because the trade
Gotcha.
only went through, like, for one game. So that's
Yeah.
one game stats,
Yeah.
12 points. And,
Mm.
Detroit, I don't know if that's a tough matchup for him. I wouldn't think so. But
Not for anybody right now.
actually, they won 5 games in a row.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ever since they traded Josh Smith, they won at least 4 games in a row. I think it's 5 though.
That's some chemistry
And they
shit.
did not trade Josh Smith. I'm sorry. They
Waved him. Goodbye.
Bye. Peace. Norris Cole, not sure you should hold on to him, Vsall, but hey, I mean,
If you drop him, I'll pick him up.
his flat top looks pretty cool, I guess, with a little lightning bolt in the front. Zacha Pachulia has been playing well.
Yeah.
What's up with Larry Sanders? He disappeared. He's gone.
Who?
Exactly. Next. Penis Cantor went out
Yeah.
with an injury.
Surprise.
Yeah, Kyle O'Quinn. Woohoo! Kyle O'Quinn. That's a sexy ad right there. Yeah, get him out of here. KJ McDaniels, I mean, he was like the hot guy.
Hype.
Yeah, hype train is now coming
Yeah.
to an end. Looks like he shot 27% for the week. He's supposed to be the shot blocker extraordinaire. Had 1 on the week for him, but maybe he benched him one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he kind of had an off week. I mean, if you look at all his stats. I mean, with the trade going down, I think that kind of messed things up. I'm not sure if he had Powell still when Powell had 9 blocks.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, well, but the trade they don't show who's on your team,
yeah.
so I don't know how that works exactly.
Right.
But all right, we'll move on. Next, let's talk about your matchup.
Oh shit.
Hey, you got a 6-3 victory.
Yeah, still.
Who
It was bad. It was a bad matchup all week.
are you happy with as far as who performed?
Chris came back. So Mr. Bosch, second round pick, came back. So, that helped. Velociraptor, I mean, we can call him many, many different things. That was big time. Obviously, Markeith playing well.
Yeah.
Wilson Chandler doing his thing. Oklahoma City only had 2 games this week, so I had Reggie and Serge both with, low production.
And that's going to kneecap you. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. What's up with Wilson Chandler's hair? How come one side of the fro is always mad at? Like, he's taking a nap before the game on this side?
No,
and-
I think he's mad at the tattoo he has, right there.
Is it the worst tattoo in the league?
Probably not.
Not.
Carmelo's WB throws me off every single time.
Yeah.
Even though I understand the ball.
Chris Anderson's tattoos are pretty bad, too.
Oh my god! But my favorite is when my wife talks about Jordan Farmer with his son.
Oh, yeah, with like the little handheld thing. That shit's...
It's
yeah.
got to be for real.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast for another time.
Yeah. How about Born Ready, Mr.
Yeah.
Lance Stevenson? What's up with him?
He's probably my favorite player on my team so far this season. I've been really happy with all his production.
Yeah, he's been a monster. How many triple doubles?
0 to go with the amount of games he's played in the last 3 weeks. So, 4th round pick. Took a chance. Thought a triple double once every 2 weeks would be possible. I could sneak a category here and there, but I guess I'm just crossing my fingers for the second half of the season.
Okay. Yeah, he might get traded.
Yeah.
Maybe to somebody that can utilize him and get in his ear. I mean, you would think Michael Jordan could get him in the trick, but I mean, Michael's kind of a dick, so
Yeah.
maybe he just tuned Michael Jordan out after a while because Michael was like, "I can still beat you 1-on-1 right now." You know how Michael is.
And Michael's right.
Yeah.
Patrick Patterson had a horrible week. I think he's going down the toilet. Tony Allen, I think he had 3, 5, and 6 points, which is what I should have expected from Tony Allen. So yeah,
Grievous is like hit or miss for you too. Grievous basket.
yeah, sure. I think he had a good week actually. So I think he had 40 points. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. I kind of lucked out with my matchup playing against a guy who didn't check his lineup on the final day today. So yeah.
Pretty funny. Mike was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna really get into this league. I'm gonna check my lineups every day. I'm gonna kill everybody." I was like, "Cool, man." Hasn't done shit.
Probably would have kicked my ass this week if he checked.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the categories. He beat, he beat you by 2 steals.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, we won by 2 steals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you had to think if you checked his lineup, he would have gotten 3 steals.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe they caught you in points, not rebounds. Rebounds, you kicked his ass. But I don't know.
Yeah.
What's there to say about somebody who doesn't check their lineups? Nothing. Move on.
Winner.
TMT got a triple double from the Mamba.
Nice.
Yeah.
Almost had another one tonight, actually. I don't know if anyone caught the game against Indy. But
How are you liking facilitator, Kobe?
love it.
Yeah. I love it too. It's so fun to watch that team. The only thing facilitator Kobe makes me realize though is a lot of these guys do not have a broad skill set.
Yes.
They cannot fucking catch the ball to save their life. The Kobe's just dropping them dimes, and Jordan Hill's catching the ball like this. Yeah, I mean, man.
Yeah. I was lucky enough tonight to see the end of the game against Indiana when Kobe had a game-winning pull up from about 4 feet.
Kobe had a game where I thought he's not clutch.
No. It probably doesn't count for ESPN stats as a game-winning. Yeah, exactly. However, Kobe commented after the game, "What did Indiana think that I was going to pass the ball?"
What I live for? Basketball, beats and brawls. From Italy to the U.S. Yes, it's raw.
Come on. You don't do shit. So, score number 1.
Yeah. He's got a team full of gunners, TMT.
Mhm.
It's a scary team. Like, if they're on, you better guard your nuts because they're going to come for him.
Yeah. Carlos Boozer might take a suspension for
Yeah,
for
fight
next
with
week.
Roy Hibbert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that. Did Roy throw anything? He might get suspended too, or
I think Roy's fine, but the two-handed shove, and then Carlos's comment after the game that everyone knows Roy's a pussy, unquote. So,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Roy kind of is a pussy, and I have the guy. Whatever. Hey, he's filler. I took a chance. I took a waiver on him. I mean, I took a 5th or 6th round pick on him.
The guy's 7'2", plays for Indiana.
There's nobody else to throw the ball to in Indiana. I figured he'd produce, and
Yeah.
so far it's been hit or miss. I can't
Yeah.
complain too much.
Yeah. Oh, he's got Nick Young.
He's got Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gordon Hayward, man.
Too bad he's in Utah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he chose to go. Did he choose to go back? Did he ever
Yeah.
sign an offer sheet?
No, he didn't.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
He signed an offer sheet with Charlotte. And
And then
matched.
Utah matched. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I got the beer burps, guys. Yeah, Gordon Hayward. Man, I slept on him. I really wanted him, but I thought Yahoo overranked him, and I was wrong. Man, he's good.
Yeah, and he doesn't give the ball over too much. You know, he
No,
doesn't turn
no.
over the ball. So
No.
it's interesting.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, of course, he's got Lillard. Lillard actually didn't have a great week, though. If you look at his stats, they were
Oh, really?
kind of had an off week, shot under 40%, only had 40 points. So he kind of had an off week. He still got Parker out. He has Zebo out. He has Peck still sitting, and he's stashing Paul George, and he still won 7-4.
Damn.
So I'm at a loss to explain how that happened. I don't know really. So yeah, remember, congratulations, you're checking your lineups, and I mean, even with 4 guys sitting, you won 7-4.
And you have Aaron Baines on your roster. So
He beat J.R. Smith, who let's be fair to J.R. Smith, he's dealing with injuries too. He's got Dwight, who was out, Kevin Durant, who just came back, but he's got Larry Sanders, who hasn't done shit. He didn't get a game out of Powell yet because of the trade.
right.
He's also got somebody else who was hurt. Jeremy Lamb.
Oh yeah. Didn't-
Armand, Jeremy,
yeah.
Jameer Nelson. But yeah, he's got Shabazz Muhammad. That was a good pickup.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, Armand's got some work to do. Who performed well for him? Not a lot of people. He just had a bad week. I mean, he had Kevin Durant, who had those ginormous numbers with I think those were through 3 games. So.
Yeah. You know, and to throw up like a 4-category, loss on a bad week, that's not that bad.
No.
Yeah.
And with a lot of guys sitting,
Yeah.
he's still got Nerlens Noel. What's your take on Nerlens Noel?
I don't know yet, man. Like, I hate to say 2 years into the league, and I still don't know, but we're looking at a small game sample, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Philly, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird team. And
Yeah.
New Orleans, I don't know, man. I feel like he just wants it too much.
Yeah?
If he can want it too much, like when he plays, he just is so spastic and so high energy. It is not a good high energy. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm overplaying. I'm making mistakes because I'm trying too hard.
It's weird because in Philadelphia, obviously the fan base is crazy, so they're going to be like on everyone's nuts at all times. However, they should be playing with like 0 pressure because nobody expects shit from that team.
Yeah,
so.
the team sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, your best player is a guy off the bench named Tony Rowden. I mean,
Sorry.
I think he's better than Michael Carter Williams at this point.
Which he is.
Yeah, so I mean, come on, that guy is not even. He probably is not even 7th or 8th guy on another team. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So J.R. Smith, he's got some work to do. I mean, he's got some drops I think he should make. I think Jeff Green's value also is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Be hurt really, really bad. It's going to hurt. Sorry, I'm 3 beers deep and on an empty stomach. So he's not going to get the looks he's going to give with Rondo.
Yeah.
Like he's going to have to create, and Jeff Green can't create off the dribble. So
Scoreboard says right now that J.R. Smith after this week is in last place, but he's just a few games out. So you string together like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and all of a sudden you're back at like 12th or something.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
this league, even like Mama said, box you out. Armstrong's right now. Guys that don't check, if they start checking right now, they still can get in the playoffs.
Hell
Like it's
yeah.
not. This league is competitive enough to where you can still sneak in. All right, let's talk about Robbie's team and Dudley Boys.
For the love of God, no! A 3D!
AKA the Blackout Boys.
That's right.
Let's talk about Robbie's team first. Who played well for him? And the answer to that would be nobody. Good Lord.
What the heck? Kevin Love had a little bit of production.
Yeah. Ty Lawson, kind of.
Man, it looks like a bunch of mediocrity, which kind of sucks for fantasy basketball because you need to tip one way or the other.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got Shabazz Napier, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Shabazz is becoming your new Raymond Felton, man. You got to get rid of this guy. Like,
I know he's LeBron's favorite, everybody.
yes. Like, I mean, he's the 3rd string point guard as a rookie. Like, even in a 16-team league, Shabazz Napier has no value. Like, you got to get rid of him, Rob.
That's tough.
But he's got 4 Spurs. Like,
Yeah.
I talk about this every time, but man, you got to do something. I would trade these guys or something. Just
Oh, something, nigga, you're trapped. You are trapped.
somebody's got to be crazy enough to like the Spurs. I know that auto draft though is a Spurs fan. Try to give him some of them something. Like, there's just
Kawhi's out. I mean, I think
that was his
obviously,
first overall pick
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He's got Michael Carter Williams, who
MCW.
oof, man,
Yeah.
talking about a steep decline, sophomore slump.
I heard somewhere that somebody thinks he's gonna be out of the league in 5 years. Just
He might be.
Yeah.
That'd be weird as hell. Like, I mean, it could happen, dude. He's terrible.
the D League will be there for him now.
the defenders.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't even. Corey Brewer was a good pickup for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he just really had a bad week. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I don't really see anybody I can really talk about that did anything. I mean, JJ Redick had 8 threes, 54 points, but
And all that being said, he's like what, like 6 games out of being
he's
like
still
in
in
the top
contention.
10.
He's still in
Yeah.
contention.
Yeah.
Everybody has a bad week, so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shit on his team. Other than the fact that I think he has too many Spurs, he doesn't have a bad team. He just has injuries and.
I also think it's the matchups. I mean, he ran into the Dudley boys, who played pretty freaking well overall this week.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you look at his steals numbers, 63 steals in 1 week. That's going to kick anybody's ass in the league,
He
period.
doubled him. He more than doubled him.
Yeah, that is a lot of
Yeah.
steals, man. That's some thievery going on.
286 rebounds isn't anything to sneeze at either.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I told Anthony, man, rebounds are going to win probably every week. I mean, it looks like Drummond with Josh Smith gone is really
Mhm.
coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look up, another 20 rebound game. So
And Stan Van Gundy is just like, pulling at his sleeves and his turtleneck, just loving all of this, baby.
he's actually got Brandon Jennings playing well.
Yeah.
Stan Van Gundy, not Blackout Boys or Dudley Boys.
Sure,
but-
sure.
So, I think Drummond and Jennings are kind of getting a little chemistry, looks like, whenever I see the clips.
Yeah.
He picked up C.J. Miles, which is a great pickup,
Mhm.
9 threes. Tried to dish him off to me. No, thank you. Don't trust C.J. Miles, but hey, ride that shit out.
Try to dish him off to me. Don't trust him. No, thank you. Ride that shit out.
Isaiah Thomas, I mean, he's still Isaiah. He's a great player. Doesn't have a whole lot of value right now. And Phoenix is actually starting to win, so maybe they keep that team intact.
I don't know. I mean, it's really interesting, that 3-headed monster at the guard spot, but they're not on the floor together as much as Isaiah thought they were going to be.
Yeah, and they're kind of building a culture there, so I don't know if they want to do that trade. I
Mhm.
don't know if they want to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what they're gonna do.
It's all about value. Whoever they can get out there. Isaiah can be traded now. That was like in mid-December where he contract legally could be traded. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, well, yeah, we will see what happens.
That's how we end
Oh,
every
okay.
segment. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's also got DeMar coming back Thursday, I believe. So
Oh, nice.
look out for the Dudley boys, man. I know people shouted him last week, and don't forget about Draymond Green, who dropped a nasty triple-double the other day.
Picked him up in a trade too.
2 threes, 16 points. He either had 13 assists or 13 rebounds, and 11 rebounds or assists, and then 2 blocks, 2 steals. People do not get how good Draymond Green is fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
In real life, is he the second best player on the team? No.
No.
Klay Thompson is.
He's
But-
not even the 4th best player on the team, I think
but
we
for
could say.
fantasy, fuck, that guy
Yeah.
is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
He gets you a little bit of everything. A little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there, a little jizz there. Like, he does it all. So,
I think Steve Kerr, who went to the school of Popovich and then got his master's from Phil Jackson, I mean, he is just whispering the right sweet nothings in Draymond's ear every
Yeah.
single week.
yeah.
Plus, it's an awesome stadium to play in. It's the best logo in the NBA.
They
and
have
there's
really,
a
they
lot
have
of
really good
positives.
fans, man. I like their fans a lot. They,
I really like Jessica Alba a lot, who's one of their best fans.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
I thought she was a Laker fan.
Oh, no. She's
She always goes to the Laker games with Cash Moore and her
yeah,
husband.
but remember when they were
Wow, I
playing
know
Dallas?
Jessica Alba's husband's name.
Uh,
Yeah, that was fucking weird. I'm so embarrassed right now. She's so hot, you should know, right?
I do.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I got nothing. She's really hot.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little buzzed. Wiggins.
Andrew.
What did Kobe say about him?
Kobe says the Yahoo fantasy rank is Andrew Wiggins is a horrible player.
What do you say about him?
I think Andrew Wiggins is untapped potential.
Yeah.
I love watching all the clips of him in his Cleveland Cavalier uniform and just knowing at every single turn that he will go to a Minnesota State Fair and will dunk somebody. So, no, I think Andrew Wiggins is actually going to be like a pretty good player for years to come. He might not live up to like the #1 overall pick hype, but I think he's going to be really solid.
I think he is going to live up to it. I
Really?
think he needs to fill out a little bit more, but you got to remember he's 19
Yeah.
or 20, maybe 20 by
he's 20,
now.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
mean, his body still is not done developing, which sounds super weird, but
It's okay.
it's the truth. Like he hasn't filled out necessarily. Like you notice a lot of these guys that come in 19 or 20, 3 years from now, they're putting on muscle mass. I mean, he's doing this right now, not even near his potential. I think he's only playing maybe at 60% of what he can do.
Yeah. I think more than anything, he really gives the Minnesota Timberwolves their fan base, something to think about and something to be excited about since Latrell Sprewell. So, yeah.
Chunk you out, PJ Carlissimo. Is he going to get better with Rubio there?
Oh yeah, I mean Rubio's not going to shoot, so he'll just throw in he's probably going to go up at least 1.5 dunks a game. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Even better field goal percentage, better points. Rubio spaces the floor for what he does. I think it's a positive thing. Yeah.
Josh Smith, is he done?
No, he's not done. He's just in a really weird system in Houston. Hey Josh Smith, we invite you to take 3-pointers. That's our game in Houston, and ultimately that's not really good for Josh as a player. So.
I think he's going to have to be like a scavenger
Yeah.
on offensive and defensive lockdown guy in order to give value
Yeah.
fantasy-wise and in real life for him. I don't think he's going to have to be what Terrence Jones is.
That's crazy to say. Josh Smith has to be who Terrence Jones is. That's crazy. No,
I mean,
you're right.
I just think that's his best play.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the alpha male. He's not going to be the second in command. He's the third banana.
The only person I can remember something like this, and this is a little bit of a little deviation here,
No,
but
deviate.
remember when Tyson Chandler was all that coming into the league, and then all of a sudden he was on terrible teams. He was in Charlotte, and he just was nowhere. And then he rose back to power. So we don't know what Josh Smith's narrative is yet because he's not as smart as Tyson, but it's just going to be interesting to see what happens going forward.
Yeah, because I remember Tyson was on Chicago, and it was just I don't think he's going to pan out.
Oh my God.
He was on Chicago with Eddie Curry, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was with Eddie Curry, and then he was on Charlotte. I think when they did the weird Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Byron Scott theme thing, and
That didn't work.
yeah, no, it was bad.
So so we'll see. So watch out for the Dudley boys, man. Do not discount that team. That's a good team.
Yeah,
Does he need another guard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should he probably trade a big for that guard?
Yeah.
But good team.
yeah, and we haven't even talked about DeMarcus Cousins, which we don't need to.
No, I mean, if you guys don't know about DeMarcus Cousins and the season he's having, what the fuck are you doing in this league?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is. And let's talk about Pat, the Sleeping Beauty, getting his first W of the season. Holy shit. He got a 6-4 victory.
And now I'm a bad man, not ashamed of.
Who played well for Pat? Brandon Knight, man. Are we attributing Brandon Knight's success this season to Jason Kidd? Are we going to do that?
I wouldn't. I probably could make a lot of inappropriate jokes here about Jason Kidd.
Just do it. Just do it.
I don't know.
Just do it. Do it. Just do it.
Milwaukee has a super wonky lineup, and you never know what you're going to get, so it's really interesting. But I do think Asen Kidd is doing something there.
Jason Kidd, he's got no J.
Another 90s joke.
Yeah. Kyrie Irving had a monster week. I mean,
He'll continue to do so.
we were all clowning him because he gave up John Wall. But I mean, Kyrie for John Wall, fantasy wise, I really don't think you get different things from each guy.
Yes.
I don't think it's not necessarily a lopsided deal either way.
I think it might be more exciting to own John Wall.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that because he's just so uninhibited in Washington. He's clearly the man, whereas Kyrie now,
Right.
I mean, you're not the man. You're second in command.
Yeah,
so,
but for the next week he might be, so.
yeah, or next, I think LeBron's out 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, so we'll see. Also, he's got Tobias Harris, who, I have nightmares about not drafting him.
Ugh.
That was just a mistake, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he was on the radar, just like all these other guys are. I credit everyone in this league for their draft because I was pissed at every single pick. So,
Yeah. That just shows you we're playing with guys that actually know what the fuck they're doing. Which
Yeah.
is cool because it makes the league more fun, but it's a little frustrating at times because you don't get the team you want. But
Looks like Tim Hardaway Jr. kind of cooled off a little bit after
Yeah.
that super hot run.
yeah, I had him
Yeah.
for a little while, and I
Yeah.
dropped him, and then of course he starts playing well.
Yeah.
That's what happens every time you drop somebody. They do look shitty, and you drop them, and then guess what? Now they're all of a sudden they're fucking Kobe for a week, and you get pissed off.
And Pat took Korver from me and probably 15 other teams in this league. So,
Yeah. He
Fucking
played
awesome.
he played Armstrong's right nut, who had the pickup probably of the last couple of weeks. Jody Meeks.
Oh.
Jody Meeks had 9 threes.
I'll tell you what, I went on the fucking internet and he got him 15 minutes before I wanted him. And it was a great pickup, and I was pissed.
And look out below, but we have a Brooke Lopez sighting.
What?
Yeah, 72 points in the week, 26 rebounds. Like,
And that's it.
yeah, there is literally nothing else. Block a shot? Ooh,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Nah, he had 6 blocks. Whatever.
Well, the real fantasy story is what did Brooke do versus Robin? So
Yeah. Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
Mike Dunleavy, before he went out with that ankle injury, 8 threes. Chris Paul is Chris Paul. More to talk about. Al Horford, I think he missed time. I think he had the flu this week, so his stats look a little weak. Batum, man, he's probably the fantasy bust of the year.
Yeah, it's really weird so far.
Yeah.
I think he was ranked super high, and people have been high on him for years. Just not doing it so far, not contributing across the board at all.
No. Ariza's coming back down to earth. He's got some guys he should probably drop. I mean, Ilyasova, do we really stash Ilyasova on that lineup? Probably not. Amir Johnson, not really panning out anymore. So
He's a super good player, though, but obviously not showing it in fantasy ranks so far.
no. And Jason Terry, I mean, the buck might have stopped with him. He had a couple of hot weeks, but he is 474 years old, so
He'll probably get hot again towards the end of the season just to piss everybody off.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, anyway, Pat, congratulations on your first victory. Sleep well, my friend, and we'll see you next week. As far as me, I talked a lot of shit to Bengali Ballsack, tell 2 Terrences, and I would like to say I backed it up, but I mean, he had Al Jefferson go out. I knew Robin Lopez is out for him. I knew he only had, I almost called him Lamarcus, black people in their names. Lamarcus, Kantarkis, Blarkis, yeah. He had LaMarcus Aldridge only played twice. So I kind of knew going in I had a good chance of really steamrolling this matchup, and that's pretty much what I did. Took a 7-3 victory. I'm not going to take too much credit for the victory.
You kind of dominated in every category.
Yeah. I mean, when you win by 300 points, over 23s, almost 100 rebounds, 40 assists, 20 steals, I mean, it's not really it's not really too much of a
I would take a 7-3 every single week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with it. Don't get me wrong, but
no, I did a little sneak peek on the stat tracker, and you would have beat just about everybody this week.
Yeah, I had a pretty good week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Who played well for him? Not a whole lot of people. In his defense, he also had an off week on top of not having his best guys. Drew Holiday put together a couple of good games.
Yeah.
Wesley Johnson's been kind of a revelation.
Though he's not even traveling with the team for tomorrow.
Hip flexor, right?
Yeah.
So,
And Kobe's not either, so good luck against Portland tomorrow, Lakers.
yeah, I won't be watching that game. I'll just be keeping up with it on my phone. So yeah, he just had an off week. I mean, he and LaMarcus scored 53 points, 25 rebounds. That's over 2 games, so that's good production.
What the hell's wrong with Vince Carter?
He's old, man.
Yeah, well, he played the Lakers, and he should have dominated.
Yeah, Vince didn't do shit. I don't know, man. I think he's done.
He was wearing shoes that seemed to be like 2 sizes too large for him, which I knew used to be his thing, but Jesus, Vince.
Look like Ronald McDonald
It
shoes.
was pretty big, and they were like Carolina blue, and it was just like weird.
Yeah, so I mean, he had an off week. Terrence Ross didn't play well.
Yeah.
Daddy Young, I mean, that trade I thought would be good for him really didn't pan out so far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he'll bounce back. His team's good enough to where, like, whoever he plays next week, so sorry for you. As far as my team, I mean, look at my stats. I mean, it's not really like one guy, but Trey Burke had a couple of good games, which I'm really hyped about. Gerald Green had a couple of good games. But, like, there's no stats that really jump out at you. Everybody has, like, some guys have 8, 3, 7, 9. Like, it just...
Yeah, Alfred Payton had 31 assists, though. He's kind of, like, living up to a little bit of what we kind of thought.
I almost had a triple-double the other day, and I almost jizzed all over my computer screen.
Wow, I'm glad I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was built up.
You been eating that celery?
Yeah, I sure have. Rondo's starting to look more comfortable in the navy blue Mavs uniform. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my team. Routing.
Yeah.
I know people shit on Routing.
Why?
Yahoo has him at like 160 something. Rondo's at 150 something overall, And then people ask me why I don't give a fuck about Yahoo. Yeah, I don't. And that is why. Tony Rowden is rated 150 something. He's averaging 17 points a game, 6 assists, and like 3 or 4 rebounds. And he's like 2.5 steals a game.
He's moving the needle.
Yeah, I get it that he
Yeah.
turns the ball over. I get that he doesn't shoot a great percentage, but come on, 150 something overall?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Yahoo. You don't know shit. Like, get out of here.
I thought that Steven Adams pickup was awesome, but I'm looking at his stats right here, and I know they only had 2
benched
games.
him.
Oh, okay.
I benched him one of the games.
Oh, so
I
that's
know-
one. So one game, 9-7, 1-1.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I thought when I got him. Like, that's the stat line I
That's
expected.
nice.
Except
Yeah.
where I wanted a block, but whatever.
Yeah.
I benched him because at that point I was up by like 40-something rebounds,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, that's where he would help me. So
Did you see him and Nick's
yeah,
handshake?
that shit's weird.
Oh, it's tough.
That is the handshake they do.
Yeah, it's
It is
pretty good.
fucking
It's
creepy.
pretty good. I like it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I got a 7-3. Covington continues to play well. The only guy that's not really producing for me that I'll probably ditch is Teletovic. I'm gonna stash Mirotic and keep him because it's too good to not. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about the next week's matchups. We're at 15 minutes. This is all-time high, which is beautiful. Next week's matchups,
What are we at? How many minutes?
50 minutes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who you got? Ghost. Ooh, this is the matchup of the week.
What do we got?
Goldstein's girls versus the Hairy Mamba. Woo! 1 versus 2.
Love it.
The piss versus the shit. Who we got?
Based on like recent performance and stuff like that, I have no idea. What do you think?
Man, that's hard.
That's a tough one.
That's
I'm
what she
just
said.
really excited that somebody's going to go down in the standings.
Yeah, me too.
Just a little.
That was
bit.
what I was looking for. I was like, thank God, 1 and 2 are playing each other. That means I'm gonna leapfrog somebody. Hopefully.
No, honestly, I think James's team is playing like at a super high caliber, and I think that they're going to continue to do so for like an extended period of time. So,
Yeah.
if I was a betting man, I would say James Goldstein and his girls will continue to rout.
Is he gonna run away with this league, James?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short
I-
answer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Harrison might take him only because James kind of careered this week. He
Yeah.
had 61 threes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to produce 61 threes next week.
Yeah.
Also, Blake Griffin's not been playing that well
Mhm.
fantasy-wise, so I think he's due for a couple of big games. I'm going to go ahead and take Harrison with the 6-4, but I mean, he's playing a juggernaut right now, so
Yeah.
maybe I'm rooting for the underdog a little bit here. But
I'm saying 6-4. I fucking hate to say it, but fucking James. Yeah.
Fuego Bros versus John Carlos team. I got Fuegos.
Yeah.
John Carlos got LeBron out, so
That's a tough matchup when you just run into something like that. And Steph Curry's going to have like a little bounce back week. I think Golden State has a 3 or 4 games. So
yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
Fuego Bros. That auto draft dough, Obama's not sack. That auto draft dough, if he checks his lineups, I say he'll tie.
yeah, they're really evenly matched. I
Yeah, he
think.
doesn't check his lineups, he's gonna get his ass whooped because Obama's nutsack is a good team. I think he'll win 7-3 if the Trap Lord, aka that all draft doesn't check his lineups. So,
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Assuming David doesn't check his lineup, 7-3 or 6-4. My brother, baddest king. Oh, what was your prediction for that?
No, I got no dog in that fight. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you on that. Yeah.
My brother, baddest can versus J.R. Smith. Who you got?
I got Pat. I think he's going to continue to roll just a little tiny bit, just really small, but I think he
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
A little small. Yeah, Armand had a really crappy week last week. I don't know if that's not going to continue because
Yeah.
he's still got a lot of injuries. I look for Pat to take this matchup. As long as he checks his lineups, I think Pat may see a 2-game win streak. Heaven
Nice.
forbid, but it might just happen.
Nice.
TMT, Mama said box you out. That's a win for TMT. Mama said box you out. It's not checking. Not going to check. Let's be real. I mean,
He gave me a scare last week though, and he didn't check. So if he checked, I think he'd be kind of a monster in this league.
oh, there's no kind of. He would
Yeah.
be a monster.
Yeah.
His team is really good. With the year Kimball Walker's having, I mean, he would be killing.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, yeah, Kimba. So yeah, TMT 7-4 probably. He's guard heavy, and that's where Mike is pretty strong, and he
Yeah.
doesn't check his lineup. So I got TMT.
Yeah.
Dudley Boys versus Tell Two Terrences or Bengali
Bengali.
Ball Sack, and Dudley Boys is of course the Blackout Boys. Who you got?
I don't think Abir is going to have as bad of a week as he had last week, but I do continue to see Anthony have some uptick. So I'm going to go Bengali 6-4.
Oh, you're going to go Bengali.
I think so.
Even without Jefferson out 4 weeks?
4 weeks? Can I reel that one back in?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go 6-4 the other direction then. I think, I don't know, Anthony seems really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you still got Robin Lopez out, so that means Anthony's really going to, like...
Oh, it might be 7-3 then. I kind of might actually be setting up.
Yeah. Bengali's ball tech is kind of built similar to Anthony's team. They're kind of relying on bigs.
Big.
Both his bigs are out, or 2 of his bigs are out. So I got Dudley Boys taking this matchup.
Yeah.
Who you got? Yourself or Armstrong's right net?
I have to go with myself. Not by a large margin, but I have to at this point right now, especially playing the 10th or 11th place team in the league. So.
And Kyle always forgets to check.
Okay, thanks, Kyle.
Yeah. Please don't check, Kyle.
Because I don't check ever, except for 17 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I like you to win probably 7-3.
I hope
How
so.
many times is OKC playing?
OKC, they had 2 games last week, so I think they have 4 games this week, which will really help.
Yeah. So I got you 7-3.
Cool.
Kyle checks maybe 6-4.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Probably
so.
not.
I'm kind of. I mean, some of my smaller guys aren't playing as
Chalmers
well.
has been a little mini.
Chalmers, Patterson, Reggie will come back this week a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
What about yourself in your matchup?
Me against Rob. Rob's team is good, but he's got too many Spurs.
Yeah.
So that's always fun for me because, like you, I check. You say 17, I say I check 57 times a day. 95% of my phone battery is used to check Yahoo Fantasy Basketball. So I'm looking to win that matchup at least 6-4.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. No, I think.
Don't lie.
No. Rivalry.
Yeah.
No, I
my
think,
rival.
I think you might actually take it bigger than 6-4. So.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
Elfrid Payton's on a huge uptick. Tony Rowland's on a huge uptick because Michael Carter Williams just hurt his shoulder again. So, yeah, I'm looking to win big that week. And my guys have been playing really well. Mason Plumlee been a monster pickup for me. I say monster a lot, which I never realized until I made these videos. But I'm a little drunk. But, yeah, I think I'm going to win 6-4.
Yeah, I think it's a good matchup for you. You'll try and move up the standings, but I will be there to be in your way. So.
All right, guys. Well, in closing, I want to give a shout out to Adrian Grissom, and I want to give a shout out to little Liam Covey.
Oh, that's right.
And it's Adrian Grissom Covey, by the way.
That's right.
Adrian Covey.
Well, Will, I want to first of all say thanks for having me.
No problem.
All right, and that was it. Because second of all, I hope to kick everyone's ass and eventually win this league. So we'll see what happens.
Me too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.